So in this eye, you can see quite a few differences. You see that dark ring going around the eye? That's called a skin ring. It tells me that you're not sweating properly, your skin is not eliminating waste properly. There's accumulation of waste underneath the skin. It also tells me that your thyroid is weak. You need to address that. Okay, so fix kidney filtration, fix the thyroid as well to release the waste underneath the skin. You see the yellow-orange color on the eye? That's sulfur and candida. It tells me that there's weakness there. See the color here? Okay, a yellow tint to it. That shows me liver weakness. You need to address it for the liver. There's a purple hue going around the pupil. That's called cholesterol ring. It tells me the body is highly acidic and the body is using cholesterol to buffer acids. So we need to address it with the fruits and the herbs. You need to alkalize the body with the fruits, okay, and add the herbs. The top part here is hair and scalp, which you can see is quite compromised. So you have potential hair and scalp issues arising. The bowels are very pressing. Here's the ascending colon, transit colon, descending colon. It's very chronic. Okay, you have spastic bowels, so there's potential fecal matter in between. You want to address that. Use bowel strength tincture and bowel cleanser. The ring going around the pupil is called a malabsorption ring. It tells me you're malabsorbed. You're not absorbing nutrients as you should be. It's due to mucus plaque in the small intestines. You want to address that. The purple hue here tells me there's potential cataracts or eye issues arising. Look at those lines going around the iris. That's the cholesterol ring. It tells me that your body is highly acidic, using cholesterol to buffer acids. Okay. Look also the dots going around here, the white dots. That's lymphatic rosary. It tells me your lymph nodes are stagnant, moving to swollen side, and you want to address that. Okay. There's also, like I mentioned, a purple hue around here. That's the cholesterol ring. It tells me your body is highly acidic. So also clean that up. You can see fine lines lesion on the pupil. That's called radii solaris. It tells me there's toxic tendons or weak lesion to other body parts and glands. It's very prominent in the brain section right here. That needs to be cleaned up as well. And there's a fine line going around the bowels. That's called a autonomic nerve wreath. It tells me you have a weak nervous system, so weak digestive system, which is due to weak adrenal glands in part. Okay, that needs to be cleaned up as well. And I mentioned you need some antimicrobial tincture for potential sulfur and candida in the eye. But the thick cloud-like structure, the yellow color here, is subacute lymph stagnation, but also tells me that your kidneys are not filtering out waste. When the kidneys don't filter out waste, the lymph system will back up, and in this case, back up so much you can see clearly in the eye. Okay, this will lighten as you detox and cleanse up. So right here is where the hypothalamus is located. Okay, see this section right here? Okay, this deals with the thyroid. It controls the thyroid. So when it's weak, thyroid will be weak, which is clear. You have a weak thyroid with the skin ring. It also deals with hunger and thirst. Also deals with sensory information from the outside world to the brain. So you want a good working order. Okay, this dark streak here hits the mastoid medulla and cerebellum. These are responsible for balancing equilibrium, dizziness. When they are compromised, those issues will arise. So you want to take care of that. Use a neurological tincture. And also, the cerebellum is the main hard drive of the brain. It's what controls sends information from the brain to the rest of the body. So you want a good working order. Beside it right here, this section right here is the libido section. So it's also congested as well. You want to use a neurological tincture and circulation tincture to strengthen it. Okay. And right here is where the ears, shoulders, and neck regions are located, all congested with lymph. And right here is where the shoulders, neck, and the ear sections are located, also congested with lymph as well. I'll use a circulation tincture to address this. Now this section right here is the upper and lower lung regions. Hey, it's going to be a congestion there of mucus, so you want to use a respiratory T and respiratory 1 tincture to address it. And this section right here is the chest, thorax, and rib section, all congested with lymph as well. You want to use the respiratory T and respiratory 1 tincture to address this section as well. It's very important you do so. Right here is where the right arm and hand regions are located. Okay, and here's the liver. Liver here and the gallbladder here, the dark spot, the gallbladder. The gallbladder helps with fat breakdown, so you want a good working order. Use the liver and pancreas formula. The liver is the main chemical factory of the body. It's what transmits chemicals in the body, so you also want a good working order. Use the liver and pancreas formula, strengthen this. Right here is where the diaphragm is located as well, so also congested with lymph as well. You want to strengthen that and address that. Use circulation tincture. Right here is where the ovaries or testes would be. Testes for a male, ovaries for a female. And here's the pancreas. See, the pancreas is weak, so you want to use the liver and pancreas formula to strengthen the pancreas, because this is what pushes sugars into your cells. So it has to be in good working order. And the ovaries, use the female reproductive formula for a female. For a male, use the prostate formula to strengthen it. Okay. And right here is where the right foot, knee, and thigh regions are located. You see quite a bit of congestion there as well. Okay, and here's the groin, the abdominal wall, and the pelvis, all congested with lymph as well. So use circulation down tincture to address this. Right here's where the kidneys are located. See that dark spot right there? That's kidneys. Okay, so the kidneys are definitely weak, and it's very clear because you have the lymph stagnation. Kidneys don't filter out the lymph system. The system will back up. So fix the kidneys. Use the 2 different kidney things. Use the kidney T. And right here is where the adrenal glands are. They're also very weak. The adrenal glands are weak is proven because you have the white line going around the bowels, the autonomic nerve wreath. You also have the rings going around. Tells me you have weak nervous system, which is due to weak adrenal glands. So strengthen those. Also, the adrenals control your kidneys, so you want it in good working order. So very important to use lots of kidney herbs and adrenal herbs, okay, to fix it. And Right here, this section right here is where the uterus is located, okay? And here is where the vagina is located. Now, in a male, this will be the penis, and here will be the prostate. So in a female, use the female reproductive formula. In a male, use the prostate formula to strengthen it. So right here, we have the bladder, the lower back, the middle back region, and the upper back region, all congested of lymph, okay? You want to address that. The spine runs across here as well. So there's weakness there. Use circulation tincture to address it, okay? And right here is where the scapula is located. Here's the esophagus, here's the voice box, okay, or vocal cords. Use respiratory 1 tincture to address this section, okay? You want to move the mucus congestion there. And right here is where the thyroid is located. Here's quite a bit of congestion here, okay? Weak thyroid. And it's well defined because you can see you have the skin ring. So use the thyroid leaf tincture. And right here where the tonsils are located, and here the parathyroid gland, they're congested. Tonsils are the main lymph node of the head. Is what cleans the head of acid. So you want a good working order. So the cells in the head generate waste. It goes through the tonsils, then goes to the kidneys to be eliminated. So you want to go back and use the endocrine tincture. For the parathyroid gland, if it's weak, you have issues like varicose veins, spider veins, brittle hair, nail and skin, wrinkles, depression. So strengthen with the endocrine tincture, okay? So very important to do so. And this section right here is where the eyes, here's the forehead, okay? Eyes, nose, mouth, tongue, and jaw regions are located. Sinuses are congested here. Now, it's very important you clean your sinuses because you don't want acids in the head region. When the acids in the head region to affect the function of your ears, eyes, nose, and the brain and glands. So take steps to clean. You want to use a neti pot to clean your nasal passage, ear candle for your ears, eye washes for your eyes, chew horseradish root, massage back of your head. Anything you can do to help break the mucus congestion. It's very important you do so. Okay. And right here is the pituitary gland, that dark streak there, okay? Now this is important you understand this. This is the master gland. The gland controls all the other endocrine glands. When it's weak, they all tend to be weak. So use the pituitary tincture and use the neurological tincture and circulation tincture to address this, okay? Because you want it strong. Okay, and remember the sleep. If you have current sleep issues, because you have a weak pineal gland here, you have potential sleep issues arising. You want to make use of good night sleep tincture on our website to strengthen it and give you some good night's sleep. So overall, this eye, what's present to me, the yellow color tells me there's lymph stagnation, subacute. Also tells me there's potential sulfur and candida. The bowels are congested. Very important to clean the bowels. Use the bowel strength tincture and the bowel cleanser. Don't use the cleanser if you're constipated. Otherwise, use the bowel strength tincture 5 to 7 times a day until you get good bowel movements and cleanse the bowels. And remove the mucus plaque in small intestines. Clean the liver and the gallbladder and the pancreas. Work on the kidneys and the adrenals. Very important you do so. And it's going to take you a little bit of time, but you're going to see great results as you go along.